That's not nice. Ugh. Well, I guess that's one way of cleaning your ears when you're on trail. Good morning. 10 to 7. Mile 376.2 or 3. That's the first night I've slept with earplugs in, and basically it was just because of the wind. I wasn't getting any sleep last night at all, and it was about, I think about 2 in the morning when I decided to put them in. Also, the noise at about 9 o'clock that I mentioned had really freaked me out, and it had freaked Centipede out as well, because I got a message from her on WhatsApp saying, what the hell was that? I did Google it, and it was 100% a mountain lion. It was pretty close as well, judging by the noise and how loud it was. You know, it was quite clear. Definitely less than 100 metres. And then the second time or the third time it called out, it was definitely a bit further away. So it was going away from us. The moon has been, I think it's like a full moon tonight. So obviously it was very, very bright last night coming through the DCF and the tent. So full moon, very, very windy. And scary mountain lion noises. If you don't know what a mountain lion sounds like, just go and Google mountain lion noises, which is exactly what I did last night. There should be a few little video clips come up. Just play the first one that looks like it's been shot with like a night vision camera and turn your sound up. And then imagine hearing that from inside your tent in the dark. Nah, not nice. So it's very bright this morning as well. There was, even through having my earplugs in, I could hear this crazy bird outside. It's like being one big rook or jackdaw or something like that. Raven. Sorry. I'm going to say raven. One big raven that just hangs around this campsite and like makes noises. Must be what he does. But anyway, very bright this morning. Windy still. Definitely still windy. So we know what it's time for. It's definitely time for coffee. The first night last night as well, I slept with a puffy on. You should know, if you've been watching the videos, I've been sleeping cold. The sleeping bag's due for replacement. But with the puffy on last night, I was actually really, really warm, considering the wind's whipping through the tent and I'm at 8,000 feet. There's our friend. Yeah, quite chuffed about that actually. Oh, sorry. There's probably going to be a lot of that today because I really didn't get much sleep at all last night. Anyway, it's time to try. Where is it? I got it out of my bag last night. This. Bobo's banana chocolate chip oat bar. I saw the empty box in one of the shops in town and I was quite disappointed that the box was empty. And just when I called in the next day, while I was waiting for Centipede at a physio appointment, the box was magically full again. Praise be. So that's going to get eaten right now. roll the doors back and make some coffee. And then hopefully by about 8:30, I might start walking. Well, that's me all packed up. That's where I was last night, in that little bay there. Nice spot actually, decent break from the wind. I wouldn't have liked to have been in that wind with no shelter or no cover. Probably wouldn't have been very fun. And then Centipede was just down here. She's going to start hiking a bit earlier on the morning and letting me catch up. We're expecting to run into a little bit of snow this morning on Baden-Powell. She had sent her microspikes home. She's been trying to save as much weight as she can in a pack, so she sent them home. I'm just carrying mine, but I gave them to her last night so she can use them if needed this morning, and I'll just make do. I think it should be okay to get up to the summit without them. I'm going to have to take my bag off again because I can feel my avocados bouncing around. I've got 4 avocados in a bag and I can feel them bouncing around on the back of the pack. I definitely don't want to lose them because they're my lunches. But this is the view that I was looking at the time lapse last night. As you can see in the daylight, it's pretty stunning. It's a really, really nice view. It was cool watching all the lights come on last night, kind of at different times. Obviously the little towns and stuff down there, and just watching all them pop on as the sky grew a bit darker. So yeah, sort my avocados out, and then I'll be off up to the summit, where I'm expecting it's going to be extremely windy. So I'll have to excuse the heavy breathing. Having a bit of an issue at high altitudes where I can't catch my breath. Constantly gasping for breath. But just starting to run into a few little patches of snow. Nothing major at the moment. And it is very solid at the moment as well. So it might make it interesting to walk on without spikes if I come across any sketchy bits, but we'll have to see about that. It's a real nice camp spot there. Seems to be quite sheltered as well, and not feeling a great deal of wind from here. That's looking over in the distance. Right in the distance, you might be able to make out the zigzaggy mountain road that we walked down yesterday to get to the trail. So we came all the way down that, dropped back into the valley to come back up this monster. This isn't even the top yet, and the views already are astounding. Look at, we've got the cloud in the valley again below. It's a beautiful tree in the foreground as well. It's really, really impressive. But I think just coming up to the junction here, I can just see a signpost. So there's a spur trail that leads to the summit itself, and then the PCT kind of circumvents it, goes around the summit and starts heading down again. I think that's what Centipede's done. I think she said she was gonna take the lower route and not summit. I can't pass the opportunity up, I'm afraid. I don't think it's a great distance to the summit, so I'm going to head up there. What we're doing? Okay. Look at it. Look. Certainly very breezy there. Very breezy. Let's put my fleece hood up so that my hat doesn't blow off. It's a pretty impressive gnarly old tree here as well. Hopefully it'll come out on the camera, maybe not, it might be too dark, but very gnarly. So the snow is already starting to get a little bit softer in the sunshine. This looks like it might be a tiny little bit of a sketchy section. It's always a lot worse when it's on a slope like this, but as you can see, hopefully there's some decent footsteps in it. Even though I've not got spikes, I should be all right, he says. So let's try it. Yes, not much of a problem there. I think the lady we bumped into yesterday on the way up, she was heading down, we were going up. She said once you get to the summit, that's it for snow. So that'd be nice. Alright, just about made it. I'm going to let you guys summit with me so you can see it as I'm seeing it. Maybe if you pant heavily, like I am, you'll feel like you're here as well. Oh. Do you know what, last time I was here, that monument that you see in front of you with the bags on, all that was visible of that was the tiny little pyramid on the top. The rest of it was buried under snow. That's how much snow we were dealing with in 2019. Wow. Oh, I've got a trail register. So you go, that's a monument to Baden-Powell, founder of Boy Scouting. And let's have a little look-see at the top. I'm not sure how much wind noise is going to be coming through the mic. I do apologise if it's too much. I've got the wind muff on. Hopefully it's cutting most of it out. It's a pretty impressive cloud formation. Again, it just goes on and on. Look where it starts. Starts right over there and then comes all the way around. That is crazy. All the way around there and all the way around that side of the mountains as well. That's insane. Looks like there's a few people camped up here last night. I'm sure that would have been interesting in that wind. There's plenty of spots to do it though. I should have got a photo of the monument while I was there. I shall have to go back. Right. So you can really see the extent of that road walk that we did yesterday. You can probably see it glinting on the ridge line there. It looks flat from where we are, but it wasn't flat. Most of it was downhill. What an awesome view. It's just breathtaking. These landscapes are just absolutely amazing. And the feeling that you know that you got here by foot. You know, I've walked here from the Mexican border. It's like 376, 378 miles, something like that, to see this view. It's such a good feeling. What a view. Right, well, I climbed another little side trail onto the top of another peak. I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but it was a lot lower than Baden-Powell. And then the trail diverged just at the base of Peak. I didn't go up that one. To be honest with you, I kind of wanted to get out the wind. It's been pretty vicious most of the night and all morning. I think it's set to continue for a while as well. So just now that I've dropped just below this ridge line, it's actually quite nice and sheltered down here. Beautiful, beautiful views to the left of me as well. I'll try and show you in a second. Just want to take the opportunity to say hello to Alistair, my postie. How are you doing, mate? I keep seeing your comments pop up on the videos. It's nice to know you're watching them and enjoying them, fella. And I hope you're not spending too much time talking to my dad. That PDA spot will be getting bigger and bigger, mate, so be careful. Just had to pop up over this ridge and see what the view is on this side. Whoa! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow! Oof. Nice. There have been some absolutely superb views on this trail so far. With me not doing a great deal of the Sierra section last time I was here because of the snowpack, I'm really looking forward and hoping to make it that far and see some of the views there, because I think I'm probably going to end up needing more battery power with me. It's 12:30 and this is where we've had lunch. It is the Little Jimmy Trail Camp. I believe it's maintained by the Forest Service. There's little ovens or things to use here for cooking. Quite a few benches that look like they've been here for quite a long time. Then you've got bare storage boxes, similar to the bins that I showed you the other day, the trash cans. You've got the little latch under there. You just stick your hand in, push the latch up, and you come in, put all your food in there and all your smellies. You can even put your backpacks in if you're just backpacking. And then we're right at the edge of the campground here. Down this end there is some more ovens, tables, and some pit toilets that smell fantastically bad. It's the first pit toilet that I've not wanted to use. So yeah, I don't want to go in there. Thank you very much. But it's set in a nice location. Really nice. Nice smell in the air as well, apart from the pit toilets. All the trees. It's quite nice in the sunshine, but in the shade it's a little bit chilly. The wind is still quite cool. But like I say, it's 12:30. We've got about a 10-mile hike to the next reliable water source, which is another kind of trail camp, I believe. I haven't read the notes properly, but I think it's some sort of camp area. So we shall be shortly setting off towards that. So we just left Little Jimmy Trail Camp and we've come into this kind of burn area. It's only like half a mile down the trail. But you can see how kind of spooky it looks, for want of a better word, and how kind of dangerous it is as well. So you've got all these burnt trees, and then obviously because they're a lot weaker, they can go over quite easily and block the trail. So you kind of have to work your way around them however you can. But yeah, it's I think spooky is a really good word for it. It's just a charred forest, basically. There is still stuff growing on the floor, you know, like it's the cycle of nature, basically. Like the fire will come and ravage an area, and then slowly one type of plant will repopulate the area, then another type of plant appears, and slowly life does return. That's what one of the locals was saying when they were driving us out of Wrightwood, saying that because of the bridge fire they were basically safe now from fires for a few years, because it had burnt all around the town, kind of burnt all the available material up. So until it regrew and dried out again, there wasn't really anything for a new fire to kind of catch on, and so it basically saved the town. He was also saying that the prescribed burns can sometimes get out of control, and that had happened a little while ago. They'd started a prescribed burn outside of town, it had got out of control, and it had actually burnt back an area that he said it was beneficial in the end, because it protected the edge of the town. So all sorts of things can happen, but you'll no doubt we'll see a heck of a lot more of this as we progress along the trail. I just really hope that I would imagine it'll be unavoidable hitting any forest fire areas. So we're maybe only about a third of a mile away from Islip Saddle, and we've just come across a load of this stuff. If you've hiked before in this area, you probably know what it is. It's called poodle dog bush, and if you touch it with your bare skin, you generally get a pretty nasty reaction. But there is loads of it in this area. It's all over. It's not particularly near the trail. It doesn't look as though you're going to be brushing into it, but if you were to walk up this little hillside here to the left of me, where the camera's pointing, you would be getting absolutely covered in it. Look at it, it's all over the spot. It actually smells to me like weed as well. It's got quite a strong smell to it, but I'm just being kind of careful where I'm putting my feet and making sure that my legs aren't scraping anything that's overgrowing the trail. I've heard a few people already have had nasty incidents with poison oak in different areas around, usually around some water sources. That's another one that you'll get nasty reactions and itches from. You can see, looking back now, at the burn area behind us on the hillside. Look how fast the clouds are moving as well, if I just hold the camera still. At one point when we're on top of the ridge, there was actually cloud blowing into us. It was coming right over the ridge line. It's quite cool, literally. This is Islip Saddle, mile 386. A lot of cloud floating around still pretty windy as well. That's the view, and then this over here is the parking lot. Got trash cans and pit toilets and one picnic bench. The road's actually closed in that direction as well. There's a barrier across. The Angeles Crest Highway. Definitely time to empty the trash out. Take advantage while we can. Hello.
Hi.
Well, this is about halfway up Mount, I think it's called Mount Williamson. I might be wrong, I'm not sure, but we kind of go up and over this. Then we've got a nice bit of downhill at the other side. Still walking through this big burn area. Kind of get a sense of it looking across to where we came from. There's cloud just drifting across at the moment, but gives you a sense of the scale. And this is probably only a small section of it as well. Some areas you end up walking through are absolutely huge. We've got cloud coming over this ridge again. I'm just approaching the spur trail where the PCT diverts from the Mount Williamson Peak Trail. It's been quite a hard slog up actually, even though it's just 1.7 miles, but it's definitely got me puffing and panting. Just look at the drop down to the side of me as well. Oh, no thank you. Yeah, that's definitely a couple of broken bones waiting to happen at least. Centipede put her music on, try and spur her on a bit. She's a little ways behind me. I said I'd meet her at the top. Which can't be too far away now. Would you just look at this? Oh. Actually walking in the clouds. That's really amazing. Wow. The wind is just it's just hardly let up all day. It's so strong. Oh. You see a big bank of nothing next to me now. Oh, it's cool. I love how quickly things change. Oh. Right, this is the junction to the summit of Mount Williamson, which is just up here somewhere. Mile 387 point something. It's really windy at this edge. As you can see, the PCT goes off down in that direction. But this is the view. That's where all the cloud's been spilling over from. Looks like most of it's spent now, but there's little bits whipping around. It's so windy. Unfortunately, I have to wait up here for centipede. So I'm going to wait at this side, where it's a little less windy. Oh, the difference is unbelievable. Oh boy. That was a tough little climb. Well, it's about 5 p.m. and let me tell you, it has gotten really cold. Whew. The sun's still out sometimes. There's also a lot of this cloud bank rolling around. Really nice view when there's no cloud and you can see it. But yeah, it's just the air is really, really cold. The wind has got like an icy chill to it, almost. Look at that down there though. So we're about 0.9 miles from a picnic area, which doesn't have a water source, but does have space to camp. Oh, and then after that, there's a few miles of a road walk because of a closed area to protect some frogs or something. And at the end of that, there's a campground that does have water. So I'm not too sure what our plan is at the moment because it keeps changing and I'm getting confused. Whew. But just going to get to this first picnic area in 0.9 miles, regroup there and see how everyone feels. Got all these burnt bushes here as well. I'm not sure, someone may be able to tell me. They kind of look like burnt manzanita bushes. But as I say, somebody out there might be able to tell me. There's quite a few of them, different places. Still following Highway 2. Been following that all the way from Wrightwood. And that is where we drop down onto at this next picnic area. That rock, I think, does have a name. Not sure if it's Williamson Rock or not, but it's got a name on the map. Oh. Evening, folks. It is 8:30 p.m. Seems to be about the standard bedtime these days. We are camped at Buckhorn Campground, which officially isn't on the actual PCT trail itself, but because of the yellow spotted striped lesser pickled tree frog closure, it is the PCT. So if I was on the PCT now, I would be roughly around mile 395, but we're not. So I'm not roughly around mile 395. It's been really cold today, this afternoon, the wind and just the temperatures. It's forecast to be cold again tomorrow. So I'm not taking any of my clothes off tonight. I'm keeping them all on. I think we've ended up doing something like 16 miles or so today, 16, 17, which is pretty good going considering the terrain. It's been a lot of up and down today. We sat and had dinner with another hiker, roadrunner, and then another hiker came over and joined us, a guy called Daniel, and they both said the same thing. It's been a pretty taxing day. Tomorrow should be a lot easier. Probably about half the elevation gain and loss of today, so hopefully be a bit easier on us. Tomorrow there is a little diversion. I think there's still a little bit of the area to go around where the frogs are, but I'm gonna go around the PCT that I can. And I think Centipede is taking a bit of a detour. She's going to set off earlier than me as usual, and then we're probably going to meet up. I would guess it'd be sometime in the afternoon by the time I catch her up. So yeah, this campground we're at tonight. It's actually like a developed campground, even though it is officially closed. There's toilets here. There's running water, nice tent pitches, and there's even bear boxes for your food and smellies as well. So we've utilised those this evening. But right now I am fed and watered, so there's no mobile phone signal here. So I'm just going to go straight to bed. Maybe listen to a little bit of music. So I didn't record on the way here because it was literally just walking along a road, and it was pretty boring. So sorry about that. You missed out on nothing much at all. See you on the next one, guys.